You know, in NASCAR, it's not just drivers who are changing teams. NASCAR is buzzing with excitement. Big TV networks like Fox, NBC, and Amazon Prime are looking for the best people to join their broadcast teams. It's like a bidding war with each trying to get the top talents. Dale Jr. is right in the middle of it, trying to create the best team possible. In today's special episode, we will dive into his plans and see how he's making it all happen. Adam Stern wrote an article for the Sports Business Journal today. He talked about the latest news in the media side of the sports industry. This article has some interesting rumors and reports. First, Stern talked about ESPN's Marty Smith. Marty Smith is in talks with Amazon Prime and Warner Brothers Discovery. They're thinking about having him join the booth next year. Dale Earnhardt Jr. might join him. This could be exciting for fans of sports broadcasting. Next, Stern mentioned NBC's Steve Letarte. Letarte is also in talks with Amazon and Warner Brothers Discovery. There are rumors that he might work with them next year as well. This could mean a big change for the sports broadcasting world. Fox's Adam Alexander is another person in the spotlight. He has talked to Amazon and Warner Brothers Discovery. He's also in talks with the CW, as he might anchor the Xfinity Series broadcast next season. This could be a new step in his career. Jamie McMurray is another name Stern mentioned. McMurray is seen as a hot commodity in the industry. Rick Allen is also a candidate for some jobs outside of NBC, and Lee Diffey might replace Rick Allen on the Cup Series broadcast later this season. The changes could bring new energy to sports broadcast. It is clear that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is working on building a strong team. He might work with Marty Smith and Steve Letarte. They have a history together from Dale's driving days. This team could bring a lot of excitement to sports broadcasting. Steve Letarte has been doing an amazing job as an in-race analyst with NBC in the past few seasons. His insights and ability to break down the action have been a real highlight. I mean, we could easily picture him being part of the team covering all 5 Amazon and 5 TNT races. There's a bit of uncertainty about whether ESPN will let Marty Smith join this lineup. Marty Smith has been at ESPN for a while now, mainly covering college football. Since college football is mostly in the fall, it doesn't really clash with NASCAR's summer schedule. This means there's a chance Marty Smith could still join those select NASCAR races without much conflict. However, there's a question of whether Marty Smith has the experience for a play-by-play role. Marty Smith has mostly been a writer, sideline reporter, and long-form interviewer. He hasn't really done live play-by-play broadcasting, at least not that anyone can recall, but maybe he can adapt to it. He's certainly capable and has a lot of knowledge about the sport. It would be interesting to see if he can transition to this new role. Another development in the broadcasting world is the possibility of Adam Alexander covering all Xfinity races on the CW next year. This seems like a perfect fit. Adam Alexander has been covering these races for Fox and knows the Xfinity Series very well. He brings a lot of experience and knowledge to the booth. Each week, he works with different analysts, and he needs to be familiar with the drivers, teams, and storylines because his guest analysts often aren't. Adam Alexander takes on a big responsibility to ensure everything runs smoothly. Every week, Adam Alexander keeps the broadcast on track with his expertise. He excels at his job, and it's a pleasure to watch him work. It would be exciting to see the CW team him up with someone like Jamie McMurray. Jamie is in high demand and has a great working relationship with Adam from their time together at Fox on NASCAR Race Hub. Adding Larry McReynolds to the mix would make it even better. Larry is 65 years old, but still has a lot of energy and knowledge to share. Even though he hasn't been in the booth as much lately, he still has a lot to offer. Jamie and Larry know each other well and have worked with Adam for years. They make a great team with Adam as the play-by-play guy, Jamie as the driver analyst, and Larry as the crew chief analyst. Looking at the current networks, Fox is likely to keep Mike Joy, Clint Boyer, and Kevin Harvick together. The Sports Business Journal reported that Mike Joy is expected to return in 2025 if he and Fox can agree on a new contract. No major changes are anticipated there. As for NBC, it's assumed that Lee Diffey will continue his play-by-play duties. NBC is losing IndyCar next year to Fox, which means Lee Diffey will have more time for NASCAR. Assuming Jeff Burton stays, NBC will need to find someone to fill the third spot at the booth. They don't need another commentator like Rick Allen. Instead, they could promote a pit road reporter like Marty Snyder. However, it might be better to have a former competitor in that role since Steve Letarte is likely moving to another network. Dale Jarrett or Brad Daugherty could step up, but Kyle Petty seems like the most likely choice. Kyle has been with NBC for years and is very comfortable on camera. He's outspoken and not afraid to share his opinions. When he's not working for NBC, he's often filming for NASCAR's channels or with his family. Kyle has plenty of experience and would be a great fit for the booth full-time with NBC. Amazon and Warner Bros. Discovery TNT seem set on using the same three-man booth format for their broadcast. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is already confirmed to be part of both, which makes sense for consistency. Every driver is wearing a sponsor logo on their hat and shirt. Every show and segment produced by NASCAR, Fox, and NBC is sponsored by someone. Even the last lap of the race is sponsored by a bank. Young fans can see through this and know it isn't authentic or genuine. While it's understood that bills have to be paid, there's a clear contrast with Formula One, where drivers star in fashion magazines without being covered in logos. You wouldn't see anything similar in NASCAR because drivers like Ross Chastain and Chase Elliott always have sponsor logos visible. Independent media outlets have found success because they feel more genuine. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Dirty Mo Media and other independent platforms resonate because they aren't tied down by corporate sponsorships in the same way. Even though Dale Jr. has deals with NBC and Sirius, many of their popular shows feature hosts like Denny Hamlin who aren't paid by NASCAR and can speak freely about their own interest. Shows like The Teardown with Jeff Gluck and Jordan Bianchi stand out because these journalists aren't paid by NASCAR and provide objective, honest coverage. This authenticity sells subscriptions to platforms like The Atlantic. Independent shows on YouTube, like those hosted by Kenny Wallace, attract fans because they offer honest opinions without corporate influence. Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour podcast, produced by Fox Sports, is intriguing because it occasionally breaks from the corporate script. For example, Harvick openly criticized the electric vehicle prototype, saying he doesn't think it has a future. This kind of honesty is refreshing even if it goes against the corporate grain. Fans today demand authenticity and honesty in media coverage. Corporate partners like Fox need to understand that not everything has to be safe, sterile, and corporate friendly. NASCAR content needs to focus on being genuine. NASCAR Full Speed on Netflix was a refreshing piece of media because the drivers were more open with the cameras. Fans appreciated this authenticity and want more of it in future content. Well, that's all we have for today's episode. Now, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to the channel for more NASCAR content. So, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next edition.